Welcome to another edition of Hardmic from Thursday Night Rise. And tonight we have so much to talk about, so little time. So let's go ahead and get started by tonight's main event winner, Team APH. And APH, you're the captain of the team. And tonight you got a big win, but I don't think you and Tone settled your differences tonight. I think you and Tone are far from over, obviously. APH?
Hmm, I'm here. Forgive me, my microphone is still a bit scuffed. I don't know,
That's right.
maybe Swift. Dude, what's first the mic, now the referee thing? What the hell? I respect Money Mafia and Tone way too much to win like that. Like I don't know. I'll take the win. On the record, I beat a team that was against Tone White, but hey, it is what it is. But as far as me and Tone settling our differences, I don't think that is ever going to happen until the Rumble. Or until WrestleCade, excuse me. Forgive me. My mind is all over the place because I have been trying to process everything that he said about me when we started the show. I heard what he said. I heard all the compliments he gave me. Basically the same stuff he gave me back when I fought him in Win Worlds Collide back in 2020. You remember, Lions. You were there. You heard when he called me out. You heard when
Of
he said,
course.
I want to face APH. I want to face the best that young talent has to offer. He gave me those exact same comments, and he told me the exact same phrase, you are not on my level. That's fine. He says he don't want a five-star classic. That's fine. I don't want that either. To me, I'm not wrestling for star ratings. I'm not wrestling for big spots. I'm not wrestling to make people happy. I'm wrestling to make me happy. If these fans have my back, that's a bonus. The way I see it, I have been scratching and clawing, biding my time, waiting for the one moment to get back at Tone, to get back in the world championship scene. And my first chance to get it, ooh, that's going to come in WrestleCade. However, I did notice that Tone tried to go in, do a move, go out, go in, do a move, go out. That's the veteran strategy. He's trying to bide himself time, not trying to hop on that ambulance that just passed me. He's trying to bide his time for WrestleCade, and I respect that. But you see, that's the difference between me and you, Tone. You wrestle what? Twice? Three times out of like 2 months? I think somebody said this is your second match on Rise this season. I wrestle every week. I'm in that ring day in and day out. I lasted in Rumble in the Jungle in my combined matches for over an hour. I am built to destroy. I am built to last in that ring. And if you don't think that I can hang with you, my brother, keep thinking that. I want you to keep thinking that. Because the more you think that and the more you're going to ride on this coattails about being the 12-time world champion, I'm in Deadlift Academy. I'm in Brooklyn, grinding, fighting, training my ass off, working hard every single night. Just so I can get back to the World Heavyweight Championship. Tone White, I'll respond to you personally next week because there's a lot more things I want to get to. But unfortunately, I don't have much time, so I'll leave you with this. Keep doubting me if you want to, and try to use a little Swift on my catchphrase if you want to. That was really cute, how you played that. Keep trying to pin me down. Keep trying to discount my accomplishments. And you'll soon find out that that man that you've been looking for all these years to take your spot, that one guy that you've been waiting for so long to knock you off the pedestal, has been staring you right in the face. And he is not some little bitty kid. He ain't some rookie. He ain't some established veteran looking for one last chance at glory. No, no, no. He is a 6'10", 349-pound weapon of mass destruction who will stomp your chest in, make you bleed, and leave out of WrestleCade with the World Heavyweight Championship. Try me if you wanna. You'll find out I'm not the one to mess with. I'll see you then.
Nice. The intensity from APH. You can feel the hype. You can feel the excitement. We're almost there at WrestleCade 9, and tonight is far from over. If anything, it's like throwing gasoline on a fire at this point in time. And, man, there's a lot of rumors. Tonight we saw Carter Blackwell show up on Rise. And now I think the stage is set. After hearing tonight, I think it's going to be Jordan Brooks taking on Carter Blackwell at WrestleCade 9. If that wasn't official now, I know Swift and Tone are working behind the scenes to get that done because you got Jordan Brooks from Rise, you got Carter Blackwell from Overdrive, so there is a lot of paperwork that has to go into this matchup. But there's more rumors that I have to cover. Tag team wrestling. We're at a absolute high. It's a boom period of tag team wrestling, all thanks to the two teams that really set the table, Perk Angle and Warbeards. Now we got another rumor. Is there another team in the works? Last week we heard about BME becoming a team, and tonight they were successful. But tonight, new rumor, headline, Surefire getting back in tag team wrestling? But with who? That's the question on everybody's mind. So let's go ahead and head over to Alex Surefire for 1 second. Is the rumors true? Do you have a tag team partner in mind?
Lions, I heard you say that, Perk Angle and the Warbeards were the reason tag team wrestling was a boom. But when you think about it, it all started off with a big bang. And you know what the big bang was? Me and Mayhem. Psychosocial started the big bang. And it trickled down to Honorbound. And Honorbound, they went to new heights. They had the Warbeards. They had the Texas boys. This, that, and the other. But quite frankly, as much as people want to say that Warbeards and Perk Angle or the team or the teams in that for that matter is foolish, because there would be no Warbeards, there would be no Perk Angle if there was no Psychosocial. And you know what? There is no tag team wrestling without me. Every single time I step into this division, I win gold. Every time I step out, I just sit here and collect a check.
But
it's
you mentioned Mayhem. We need to cut to the chase, Surefire, because my question is who, though? Because you mentioned Mayhem. We haven't seen Mayhem in quite some time, obviously. He's damn near probably in retirement mode. I mean, he has a long time in this business. Is it Mayhem going to be your teammate?
As much as I'd want to say yes, it's not. But you know who it is? It's someone who actually has some fire. It's someone who has, how you say, emerged out of conflicts. People on this roster. You see, he's kind of, how you say, a star. It's almost as if he's, applied fear. I don't know how to put it into words exactly. But you see, I'll just cut to the chase. Thomas Starr. Come here.
Ooh.
Damn straight. So that's how things work around it. Tag team wrestling needs a bit of an uplift. And as my friend over here said, every time he steps in, he wins gold. So who better to align myself with than a tag team wrestling veteran?
You got a point there, man. You got a point. He has a lot of tag team championship reigns under his belt there, Thomas.
How many is it? How many?
Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9.
Bit of a slow count, but we'll take it.
You know what? And quite frankly, as much as I'd save good old number 10 for the dearly departed may his soul rest.
May his soul rest.
It is always good to start eating. So therefore, as much as it's not psychosocial, it's going to be something far more greater. What do you think, Tom?
I
Let's
think
let's
it's a good
let's
idea.
interview let's interview you, shall we?
Yeah, go on then. Fuck it.
What are your thoughts here on the
What are
tag
my
team division?
thoughts?
What are
What are
your
my
thoughts on
thoughts
the
on?
tag team division? Let's see.
What are
Let's go
my
down the list.
thoughts on the tag team division?
Let's look down the list.
Let's look down the list.
BM
Let's start off. Let's start off with BME. That sounds like a good place to start off. The Swift
yes.
guys. The Swift guys. They only win because of refs. I mean, we saw that tonight, didn't we?
I think we did. You see,
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't see Eddie Reed, lose. I think he won, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh, that's another thing. And then Burnout there next. Ooh.
Burn who?
But yeah, exactly.
I don't
Burn-
know. You tell me.
I think it's veterans that need to call it a day, to be quite honest. But we'll move on. Who else is there? There's Perk Angle. Was them.
Seems kind of perky to say the least.
Yeah.
Money Mafia.
Money Mafia. I forgot about that. Money Mafia. Apparently, they're all about the Benjamin Surefire. Apparently.
But you know what? They gotta win. How you say championships to do that. To do so. I don't see much gold around their waist nowadays.
I mean, look. Last year, Eddie Reed won the Rumble, and this year he's in a mafia that likes money. I mean, talk about fall from grace. Am I right?
Oh, I could say so.
And then who's left? Oh yeah, the Wobbits, the tag team champions.
People would say, tag team of the years.
Definitely. Some people would say, Surefire, that they are the best team on Rise right now. But you know what I have to say to them, Surefire?
What would you have to say?
And to everybody else in this tag team division.
I think I need to sit down for this one. Let me sit down.
Yeah, sit down, get comfy. Because we're applying fear. Like walking towards that last zombie corpse on the ground after you used all of your rounds and you're not sure if we're down.
Gotta love that line.
You know what? That's just not a statement. That, my friends, is a fact of life to live by. And on that note, I think a few weeks back, I think the commentator man called me the hype stealer. You know what? I think it's time to steal the hype of this tag team division and take back what is gratefully mine, which is the throne on top. My friends, it is good to be back where I belong. And quite frankly, it's just gonna suck to be you. Deuces.
In a bit.
Well, there you have it. Are we witnessing the arrival of Starfire? Tune in the next week on Rise to find out. Tag team division exploding, but there's another man who's about to explode right now. So per caution, here comes Richie Rich. Richie Rich, you had an outing with Townsend. How do you feel about tonight's matchup?
Oh boy, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, let's get this shit over with. Alright, yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Richie Rich here, and you know what? This isn't a setback. It's a setup for me. You see, Townsend, I have nothing bad to say about you, man. What everyone says is true. You are the war chief. You are the meat mountain of COH. I'm not gonna belittle your successes. I give you my respect. I'm the new kid on the block. You got to give me the rough rounds. You gave me how many power bombs? 3, 4, however many, whatever the fuck it is. But I held my own. So I guess I left it all out there in the ring. But I came up short. I'm more pissed off at the fact that I leave it out there in the ring and yet I still come up short. I'm not going to come out here and say there's no conspiracies. I'm not going to come out here and say, oh, well, I lost on, technicalities, or I lost on this, or I lost on that, like some whiny little pussy. I'm not going to do that. I lost. But I'm not like all these other cats out here in the industry where they're going out here and saying, complaining, bitching, and moaning for opportunities. No, I earn them. And if I fail, I get up, dust my headband off, dust my bandana off, whatever the fuck I got wrapped around my head. I get up, dust myself off, and walk off to the next match.
Well, Richie Rich, man, losses like this are a deciding factor. Will you learn from them? Will you improve from them? Or will it just be the state of your evolution going downward? I think, personally, by seeing you in the ring, I think that Richie Rich, your stock could rise. But I don't know, man. There's a lot going on here in COH Rise. You decided to enter the division on the most hectic time WrestleCade season. And I got to say, man, keep up the good work. You almost had Townsend. You went through hell and back against Townsend tonight. And Townsend is a big man. And it took him to do that fall away moonsault on you just to get the victory. And I gotta say, are you okay after that move? Because that looked pretty dramatic.
Listen, I'm gonna give you all a little bit of background history of where I came from. I came from the house of violence, and more violence. That shit's nothing to me. I've been in cages where it's rust on my back. I've been in fights. I've been in Hell in the Cells with 4 other men where I'm beaten, battered, and bruised, and I still walked out the victor. That fallaway slam is nothing to me. But there is one thing that I didn't get to discuss last week. Last week, my mic, by grace of God, somehow, my mic got cut off before I'm even able to even talk about one Eddie Reed. Now, I know a lot of people are looking at me sideways, like, what's Richie going to do? And tonight, I'm here to give y'all my answer as to what Richie Rich is going to do. So, tonight, Richie Rich is going to... God damn it.
The phone's ringing. That must be Mr. Eddie Reed now.
Hello? Who is this? What? God damn. All right. Yeah. No, I'm in an interview. Yeah, I'm leaving now. All right. Much love. Bye. Sorry, I gotta cut this interview short. Maybe next week. Maybe next week I have a decision. But much love, y'all. Gotta go. Peace.
Later, man. Later. And that's intriguing. I wonder who was on that call with him, man. That's something that's a cliffhanger, if you ask me. But another cliffhanger is Carlos Corvo. Corvo, you got a lot on your mind. Speaking of the devil, Mr. Eddie Reed was just brought up tonight. You guys are screwed. What's going on with Be It Me?
I don't know. Like, the ref just didn't seem to even pay attention to Eddie having his hand on the rope. I don't know what's going on with that ref, if that ref got somehow paid off by CB or Preppy, or I don't know. I don't know what's going on there.
Seems to me, though, just when you thought it was over with Christian Blake, he finds another way back into fighting against Money Mafia. Now he's got Preppy by his side. Are you and Mr. Eddie Reed worried about this new formation of BME?
No. You know something? No. Because this is a tag team division, so, any competition that decides to form is usually always seen as a good thing. And eventually down the line, we'll get our payback on both on CB. I normally don't really have any problems with Preppy since I've known him since way back.
Yeah, tonight was a very important night, too, for Money Mafia. You guys got Tone White teaming up with you. One of the biggest talk of the town moments tonight is that Tone White was considering joining Money Mafia. Now that offer has to be off the table after this loss. What's going through your head? Do you think this is a big loss for Money Mafia? Not getting that deal done with Tone White?
You know, I suppose it could actually be seen that way. Like, but truthfully, at the same time, Tom probably would have demanded more out of us if that deal went through, I suppose. Either way, though, we're gonna bounce back from this loss. And, you know, hopefully next time we get a ref with working eyes instead of whatever that guy was doing, that ref was doing there.
Yeah, if you ask me, I think the next time you step in a boxing ring is going to be against that referee. If I ask anybody, he deserves a knockout punch by the young knockout kid.
That's true.
Now, with Surefire and Thomas Starr joining the tag team division that you and Eddie Reed have been working on for quite some time, what do you think about that? What do you think about Surefire and Thomas Starr possibly being the next competition in front of Money Mafia?
I say bring it. More competition. Like I say, it's more competition is usually always a good thing in the tag team division. And we could always use another challenge.
Well, there you have it. Corvo, Mr. Eddie Reed, they mean business. And next week, I feel like heads are going to roll by Money Mafia in more ways than one. One person who's not afraid of Money Mafia right now is the number one contender, Isaiah Mamba, because tonight he picks up a triple threat win over Brandon Kay and Jarek Lawson by proxy, but the King was not pinned. Isaiah Mamba, care to weigh in on tonight's triple threat?
I mean, there's really not much to weigh in on. I won. I mean, say, oh, I didn't pick Jared, blah, blah, blah. I want to savor the moment I pin Jared. It'll be a great moment when Eric goes down in the middle of a Canadian ring, right? I hate Canada. And he loses. He loses his TV title, and I become TV champion. Now, it's been a long time since I was number one contender. Back in the Prelude season, back in Endgame. That loss was a mistake that I'm not willing to make again at WrestleCade. And it's, I just realized. Now, I'm pretty sure all of us have a WrestleCade match now. Because Brooks most likely going to go against Carter. And
yeah, the paperwork's being done now between Swift and Tone. That's why Tone's not here right now, currently.
Brett has the Games of the Galaxy thing. Crew's in the main event.
With Ryan Swift, and he blew up the family van, huh?
He did blow up the family van. I wanted to talk to Swift and Pacific because none of them are here tonight. They're all taking other businesses. Brett is out at Disney. Brooks left the building, fearing for his safety because those idiots. You never know what those idiots are gonna do to him on his return night. And of course, I'm pretty sure Crew just went with him. So I'm here to send a message to Swift for Crew. Swift, I hope you realize that you weren't meant for this job. Like, you weren't hired to COH to become a general manager. You were hired to COH to become a wrestler. And it showed every single time. Starting from It's Coming Home. It's Coming Home, you lost fair and square. You can't say anything about that. There was no distractions. There was no nothing. You lost fair and square. So what did you do? You started to impulsively take out Christian Crew on many occasions second-handedly. Because it's not because you thought he wasn't good enough as a general manager. Because he went over you as a professional wrestler. You always ask, oh, why are they not cheering me? Because you've made impulsive after impulsive decisions as the general manager. For instance, remember at one time last year at WrestleCade, you booked like I don't even know how many 3 stages of steel matches, and you almost went bankrupt
That was me.
because you were impulsively thinking about your ratings.
You talking shit about Daniel Lyons right now, Big Perk? That was me who booked those matches last year's WrestleCade, not him.
Okay, well, I mean,
And I have something to say here, dude. I'm getting tired of you guys picking on my stepbrother. Yeah, we don't see eye to eye. We don't see eye to eye too much, okay? But what Crew did tonight to Ryan Swift, if you don't think I am going to just sit here and do nothing and watch my stepbrother get demolished on national television, we're still family, okay? And Big Perk, you want to send a message to my stepbrother? Well, I'm going to send a message to you. You tell Crude that I'm looking for him next week.
okay, but I still want to continue my speech because I had a great speech lined out. But I'll send a message to Crude. You're looking for him, okay? These impulsive decisions you made, not the 3 stages of steel. We're gonna pass that. How about that bet that he made? He impulsively bet $1 million a boxing match that he didn't even know he would win. Didn't think about while I hate some of the roster that put their bodies on the line week after week. You might have costed them a paycheck just for $1 million. That's because you weren't thinking like a general manager. You were thinking as a professional wrestler. Now, every single time, you just say, oh, why are they not on my side? They're not on your side because of the decisions you've made. Not, oh yeah. That Thanksgiving Rumble where you promised the Uprising roster a good prize. What did you give them? A turkey date. Because you were impulsively thinking about yourself. You don't care about your job as a general manager. You care about your job as a professional wrestler. That's why at It's Coming Home, you ran to Honor Bound one day later because you were scared of losing your job as a professional wrestler. But you were never built for this job. You are a professional wrestler. You're not a general manager. And Crude has proved that time after time after time, especially last week. You attacked him impulsively, not thinking about your job as a general manager, but thinking about your job as a professional wrestler. You don't care about the roster. You care about your own career as a professional wrestler. You care about winning the Overdrive Championship one day. You don't care about bringing COH Rise to the stratosphere. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. That's why at WrestleCade, Crude will absolutely destroy you. Crude will kill you. And I really hope you don't come back to be general manager after that, because I don't even know if you're going to be able to move at that point. Think about it. Like, you care some... Oh, wait. Oh, speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. I hear someone passing by.
Oh.
No, Croon.
Oh, me?
What's up, bro?
Me?
Yeah, you.
What's going on?
I was just talking about how Swift has made such impulsive decisions throughout his time as general manager.
That's a big ass word.
You know, I was just pulling out my vocabulary today. I don't know.
Yes, sir. I mean, Swift is what does impulsive mean?
Like, he selfish. It's like selfish.
Selfish. Yeah, he's a pretty selfish dude. I ain't gonna lie. He be doing a lot of selfish shit. I mean, he comes and jumps me. He comes and he berates me on the big words. You know, he's real hurtful to me too. He don't hurt my feelings. I don't feel like I did anything bad to him. I don't feel I was that bad of a guy to him. I don't know what happened.
And I agree with your decision to destroy that family van. That family van was hindering his job as general manager, which he doesn't care about.
Van?
The minivan.
Yeah, the minivan. Yeah, I know about the minivan.
Yeah, that minivan. Just because you destroyed it. You know, maybe he'll be better as a general manager without it. But obviously he doesn't care about anybody on the roster. So
I mean, yeah, dude don't show up. Dude hasn't shown up unless I provoke him. Provoke him. Dude doesn't care about this show. You know who does care about this show though? Team Gargano. We love this show.
But we would run the show much better than Ryan Swift. Isn't that right?
Yeah, we could be way better GMs.
Oh yeah, Lyons wanted me to tell you something. Like he said he was like looking for you. He was mad that you destroyed like the minivan. He was like, don't mess with my shit, bro. So he was like, oh, I'm looking for you next week. I don't know why he can't look for you tonight. I don't know.
I'm
Maybe
looking for you tonight. I didn't know he was going to show up, but Crude, welcome to Hardmic
Welcome to the jungle.
because you might have not witnessed it, but I said the time of games is over. I am tired of seeing you guys torture my stepbrother Ryan Swift, and now I'm gonna kick your fucking ass. That's what's gonna happen.
Why do you seem to care now? Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
I care because it has to end. All right, I've been trying to tell Swift to end this. Obviously, he's not gonna do it. Now I'm gonna whoop your ass because you don't seem to listen. Now you want to insult my family? You want to insult my heritage? You want to insult Ryan Swift in front of me and think you can get away with it? It's been months of this. It has to end. You're not going to make it to WrestleCade. You're not going to make it to 3 stages still because I'm going to punt you in the fucking skull, Crude! Next week! You me! I don't care if it's sanctioned. I don't care if it's in the parking lot. I don't care if it's in somebody's house. I'm going to end you.
Ow.
Next week.
Ow, my ear. It's loud. That's a loud dude, isn't it, Big Bird? That's a loud dude.
Yeah, they always yell. They always yell in our ears. Like
I don't seem to understand Danny Lyons. Why the fuck do you care?
You guys were actually throats last year.
Couple weeks ago, you was laughing with us. You was joking with us. What happened? What happened? You Swift, he got that shmoney. He got that shmoney up in your nose. You smell that shmoney. What's happening?
What happened is the point of no return, Crude. There's only so many times you can just joke around and pretend that nothing's serious until you meet somebody who is. And I'm telling you right now, if you don't take me serious, you're gonna feel the end more than you did at WrestleCade last year against Enigma Soul. Because you didn't take him serious, and look what happened to you. It took you a long time to recover from that. And it's going to take a long time to recover next week. When I get my hands on you, and trust me, I'm going to be able to, because look who's the boss around here. Ryan Swift.
So that's funny, Danny. That's real funny, bro.
I care now, yeah. Now you want to care? Is this the first time you're going to care? You got 3 stages of steel. You're in the biggest match of your life, and right now you're laughing it up with the boys, huh? The boys that are not even here to have your back, because they don't believe in you. The only person here to have your back is Big Perk, and he barely even believes you in the first place, all right?
Wow.
He's just from the side, okay?
Stop lying on our name.
Perk angle, and if you don't care, well, then I'm going to make you care. And if it's not you, it's him. So what is it going to be, Crude? What is it going to be?
Stop lying on our name, firstly. Before Crude answers, stop lying on our name. Firstly, you know that Brett's out on vacation. A well-deserved vacation getting ready for Games with the Galaxy. Secondly, you know that Lexi and Carter Blackwell are looking out for Brooks. And I don't want that man getting hurt. So I advise them. Well, I advised Brooks to get out. He obviously wanted to get out as well. So don't put words in our mouth, please.
Thank you, Big Bird.
Listen here, kid.
Hey, shut up. Shut the fuck.
Win a
Don't talk about Big Bird.
championship so you could sit at the big boy table, let the grown folks talk.
Don't talk about Big Bird. Don't talk about Big Bird, you fucking dork. You
Well, how about you
fat
man up and stand up for yourself, Crude?
ass. Firstly, thank you, Big Bird. You speak the facts all the fucking time. You always speaking facts. Thank you.
Of course.
Secondly, Danny Lyons, you sound a lot like Swift right now. The only thing is you got a deeper voice, a stupider voice. I mean, you always sound kind of douchey, but I don't care about that. You sound a lot like Swift right now. You're not taking this seriously. You're not. It's free station steel. You should be taking. Why are you laughing? Nick my soul. I don't. Dandelions, let me tell you something. Why the fuck should I be taking you seriously, huh? Fuck you. You ain't a champion like you was. How many years would it have been since you were champion? I don't care. You weren't a champion when I was here, so why should I care? Danny Lyons, you aren't important to me at all. This exhibition match we're gonna have next week, isn't important to me. You are your history of Ryan Swift that I would gladly put in its place. End up on a t-shirt. Welcome to the jungle. Blah 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 blah. You're dead, Danny Lyons. You're dead. Dead.
You know, this is the first time somebody has said my line to me. Next week, you're going to figure out why that was a bad decision. That's all I'm going to say about that, Crude. See you next week.
Wait, we have one more person that hasn't talked yet. We can't end the show yet. I know. Wait, there's 2 people, right?
We can't end the show. We can't. I said the welcome to the jungle line.
Hey. Just because I feel like I'm going to save my words for next week doesn't mean I'm not running the show around here, guys.
Oh, I'm gonna run it. I want to run it. Can I interview someone?
You can run catering. All I care. Big perk.
I just want to interview one person.
Oh, go ahead. Who is it? Who are you gonna interview?
My man, Bill Durham, bro.
Yes.
Okay, I can agree with this.
Let's go.
What's up, Bill?
Hey man.
I wasn't there for your match against Debbie tonight. Care to let me know what happened?
I kind of dog walked him, dude. You should have been there and made him tap out. It was real sick.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, he even tried to choke slam me. That didn't even go over well. Reversed it and then stepped on his head a couple times, and then.
You know. Last a few weeks ago, tag team champions. Proud of you guys.
Thank you.
You finally destroyed this.
We don't talk about that.
Listen.
We don't that much, but we gotta give them at least a few props. I mean, we had a good run, but we gotta give them their props.
They already have a few props. I mean, Windsor has a sword, but it's.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah, face.
Yeah.
What's your big part? Carry on.
Yeah. Okay, I have a few questions about the tag teams. There's a lot of new tag teams showing up.
Yes.
So let's talk about the first one who had a big win tonight that was very controversial. Preppy and Christian Blake, they call themselves the best men ever.
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah, that's what they call themselves, I think. BME or something.
I mean, it wasn't a bad first match. I mean, it's not their fault that his hand was on the rope. I mean, I would have done the same thing. Probably have done the same thing in the past. I don't know. I have high hopes for them. You don't see. I don't think there's a lot of teams that can necessarily take third place. And whether you guys think you're first or second, we can continue debating that. But third place I still think is relatively open. And now they might not necessarily be the best men ever, but they can be better than the average men ever.
That's a nice line. Better than the average man. That could be used in this one.
A team that was formed.
We'll see.
Oh wait, you want to talk or?
Oh no, I was finishing up. We'll see where they end up.
Okay, a tag team that was actually formed tonight on Hardmic I forgot their tag team name. I don't know if they have
I
one.
don't remember it either. They both sounded like they were
Starfire.
talking
It
with
was
mashed
Alex
potatoes in their
Surefire
mouth.
and Thomas Starr.
Yeah, they can stay in the back of the line. I don't care anything about them.
That's
Yeah, they're trash.
I agree, actually.
Yeah.
Until they prove
No,
themselves.
yeah, Surefire wants to talk about all the time he wins gold or anything. He's been in tag teams when I've been in the Warbeards, and who wants to talk about, being this sort of catalyst of anything. I don't know who Psychosocial is. I've never heard of him. I hold this right now. I've lost count. I don't keep count. I just hold this. I've held multiple titles. Pretty swagged out right now. Don't really care about whatever they got going on down there in the minor leagues.
I want to talk about one more team because they keep talking about bringing a new acquisition with them. Eddie Reed, Carlos Coro, Money Mafia.
Yeah, they've been talking about bringing in new acquisitions for like a year at this point, right? Like, what's going to do that? Yeah, they're like, oh man, it's going to be this guy. It's going to be huge. Oh man, dude, they're about to bring in this guy. They never bring anybody in. I don't know what their pay line is. I don't know what their budget is. If they ain't offering enough on the jump, they don't bring in new talent. They don't bring in new acquisitions. They don't bring in any wins either. So I don't care about them either.
Man, come on, man. What are you trying to make it personal?
They've been sitting there for how long? Sitting with their hands like on their hands.
Hands on their hands, man. What the fuck that mean?
If the tag team division's really booming, then win some matches.
Man, it's your business.
It's your business. I get it.
Actually, wait, I forgot about a team.
Yes.
We all forget about this team. It's Cliff Garnett and Blackheart, the oldies. Oh wait, no, I mean Burnt Out.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
What about them?
They keep like saying these lines like we're getting closer and closer to the tag team titles.
This art project can stay at home. I don't care. Man needs to learn how to stay inside the lines.
Gotta go back to the bingo halls.
Either go back to the bingo halls or go back to the first grade and learn how to color right. Goodness.
God. I think Lions looks mad that we took over the show.
I think Lions is mad. I could talk about.
I think he wants to talk to. Has Rooster McMuffin talked yet?
No, he's just been sitting there.
That's my trademark, and I'm gonna interview him. Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Luck, Rooster.
I do have some questions for Bill though.
Okay.
You and Windsor tonight. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Windsor beat me. That was a tough one. That was brutal. But that match with Rooster, okay? Did he actually tap out, or did he just?
I saw his hand moving. Ref called for the bell. I don't care, man. It was either over then or it was over in like 15 seconds after that.
I just want to ask you because you're the one with the lock. You locked it in, right?
Yeah, I put his chin on my shin, and I pressed down real hard. And then he, stopped moving or kept moving. I don't remember where he tapped.
It wasn't a forfeit, would you say? He wasn't doing that to spite me.
No, I mean, he was trying his best. He went for that choke slam, and then I said, I do the choke slams around here. Did a little roll through, caught him off guard.
Because I just want to ask you, because I respect you, I didn't have a clear sight on that triangle choke. I didn't know if you actually sensed it in on him, or if he's playing a joke with me tonight.
Triangle. It's a Hell's Gate.
Hell's Gate, yeah.
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
Yeah, it's the name of the official move that I...
You ran through all these names, right?
Mm-hmm.
Besides Perk Angle, is there anybody on this roster who has more wins over the Warbeards than me?
I think... Will you say that again?
Does anybody have more wins over the Warbeards than me?
I don't know if they're like you say wins over us. Well, I don't know how many wins you have over us. That's the thing.
Yeah, even though there's a meme on the internet of me pinning you outside of the ring, right? Like there's.
Well, I'm trying to think in my head because those are one-on-ones in tag team situations. What I'm counting for in these moments, because some of these people are, they do whatever they want, I guess. In single stuff, and then they pretend like they're a tag team later on whenever they want a shot at gold. So I'm trying to think. See, in the recent history.
Was that a shot at me?
No, because I don't know what you're up to. I just know you have this weird sort of contract thing with Craig McMufflin or something.
Craig.
I don't know.
That's a good name. Maybe we'll switch it over. But one thing is for certain is that I'm getting tired of these games myself. I feel like tonight might be the night where I just fire him and just say, screw this. He's gone. But then I thought about it.
Right.
And I say, I don't have a WrestleCade opponent. APH, me and him, I thought we were going to WrestleCade, but he won the Rumble. The same night I beat him. You know how much that hurts inside? Knowing that I didn't even have a shot at the Rumble. Knowing that the guy that I beat in the tag team matchup is going to face Tone White, the same guy who screwed me over years ago before the pandemic. One thing is there's certain Bill Durn, but I was always respected you, and I've always respected Windsor. And if there's any match that I want on my bucket list, would be against you guys at WrestleCade. Here's the difference here. I think people, they've decided that it shouldn't be Breon Johnson teaming up with me. It shouldn't be. We did that same song and dance for years. People are done with that. So, I guess this is it. I guess this is the only way to prove my legacy, to put one more notch on my belt. I want the Warbeards at WrestleCade, and I want Rooster McMuffin by my side. And if Rooster wins, he gets his trademark back, and we're the champions. If not, this might be the end of Devlin O'Brien.
That's crazy. That doesn't make any sense. There's one dude that keeps failing you. You is the dude that you're going to call upon. You lost to us twice tonight, and you think we're going to hand you a title opportunity? We could.
I mean, what else? What else is going for you, Bill? You're the only man who feels like he doesn't deserve a world title shot after winning the world title.
Tag team wrestling's booming. You keep saying. I'm not opposed to being proven wrong.
Yeah.
What I want people who win to have a chance to fight for these titles. And right now, the only tag team that's won outside of us in like the past month or so is BME, and they're 1-0 technically, maybe 2-1. I don't know. They won tonight. Start there.
Hey man, that's up to Swift. I don't make those decisions. He put them in game.
I'm not saying that we're going to fight for the title. I'm just saying maybe if you want to fight us, start there.
I mean, I would love to start there.
I've only lost one match since coming back, and that's to the guy who's fighting Swift at WrestleCade. I know Windsor hasn't had the same luck, but I mean, he's turned it around against you. I don't think you have the momentum to ask or to do whatever for these tag team titles.
Fair enough. I tell you what. I mean, I'm willing to prove myself. Obviously, I'm kind of booked next week. But hey, man, whatever you feel that I should do, I will do it. Because there's one thing is for certain. I think there's a lot more to this Warbeards versus Rooster and Lions that meets the eye. I mean, look at Windsor losing when it mattered at It's Coming Home. You know, you taste that world title success, but Windsor hasn't. And there's only one man that kept him from that. He's right here. He's Rooster. What better way? What better way to get revenge than to make sure that Rooster never competes for that world title ever again? That way there's no deciding factor next time he goes for it. I mean, yeah, like, tag team wrestling, there is a boom period. There's a lot of new teams being created before you. But I do believe that we are the best going into WrestleCade. I do believe that we have more world titles collectively than any team in the division. And I do believe that if there was any team that beat the Warbeards on that given night on the grandest stage of them all, is the guys who've been on the grandest stage of them all time and time and time again, and the guy who knows how to beat the Warbeards more than anybody, Daniel Lyons. And the guy who has kept Windsor from that Cinderella story, Rooster McMuffin, a.k.a. Devlin O'Brien. Now, if you feel like I'm just rushing into this and that this wasn't something that was taught to me beforehand, you're madly mistaken. Obviously, the general manager feels the same way. All right, whether he's my stepbrother or not, he feels that the fun and games are over and we need to have this tag team match at WrestleCade. But, hey man, I'm willing to prove myself just as much as you. If you feel like we should jump over these imaginary hurdles just to face the Warbeards that has faced every team before, why back down now? I mean, your guess is as good as mine. I guess the Warbeard's gone soft, and I guess Bill Dern has went soft too. Because last time I challenged the Warbeards, you guys were ready. But it seems like this tag team title run is a parody in the Warbeards history.
No, because I get what you're trying to do. Okay, I get it. What's different though this time is what's happened for the past 2 years of us and a team that's fighting in singles competition at WrestleCade going back and forth, and we had opportunities and we went to war for a year and we elevated these titles. You said it yourself. Why should I settle when I've elevated it? Why should I go down to you and a guy whose whole name is a dig joke? Why should I fight dig joke again? You told Crew to take this seriously. Why don't you take your own tag team seriously? Maybe if you do that, then I'll actually accept your challenge.
I mean, okay. I'll listen to that. I'll table that. You know what I mean? Jokes are off. If you agree to the match, hell, I'll even let Rooster walk in as Devin O'Brien. But you know, it's not like I'm gonna go away. It's not like what's given to me I'm just gonna throw away in the garbage. I want to prove that I deserve this tag team title shot because I feel like I've already proven it. Now I got to prove it to you. And I respect your opinion more than anybody on this roster. You're the one guy that I respect. I might not agree with your decisions, just like you don't agree with mine. Hell, if I was Bill Dern, I'd go after that world championship. Obviously, tag team wrestling is more important to you. Well, I'm telling you this right now, Bill Dern, it's just as important to me. I started in a tag team. The only reason why I broke away is because I had to chase the dream as a singles competitor. Not because I wanted to, it's because my partner was legally blind and he couldn't wrestle anymore. We had our last match at WrestleCade 1. It was Bad Company. And since that moment in time, I've always wanted to get back on the tag team horse. But the fans and the people behind people's egos, they didn't want Midnight Vice to continue. I lost another team. I want me and Devlin O'Brien to be the next tag team to challenge the Warbeards. I know Devlin O'Brien for a long time. And maybe this is just my master plan to create this team for the Warbeards. Because I feel like you guys deserve the best in the world. And right now, I believe that me and Devlin O'Brien is the best choice for WrestleCade 9. And I am willing to show you this week in and week out. But you can't have the audacity to tell me that I don't deserve anything when you didn't even take a rematch clause to Tone White in that world championship. What does that say about you?
Ask Carter Blackwell how many rematches he's had after he lost titles. 0.
Yeah.
I want to prove that I can get back there on my own. Not that I deserve some sort of weird rematch clause. I think rematch clauses are dumb. I'm Bill Dern every single day. Whether I win the world title ever again is subjective. Whatever. Subjective is not the right word there. Talking on the fly here.
It's fine, Bill. I respect you a lot. I don't mean this by no disrespect. I just want the dream match that I've been waiting for years. Ever since Warbeards became tag team champions, I've been wanting to face you guys on the grandest stage of them all. And you want me to earn it? Tell me how. Tell me how.
Next week, Crude's the only dude who's beaten me. Start there.
All right. I got him next week.
And have Devlin do something else fun. Treat him like the champ he is.
All right.
Not
I'll
your
tell you
black
what. I'll tell you what. You know, we'll talk. We'll see what happens next week. You want us to prove it? We will. Now, Devlin, I'm gonna start using your real name now, because Bill made a great point. What do you got to say about all this?
Think you're a scumbag. That's what I think. You're a scumbag. I like that you made up this whole bullshit, and now you want to get the tag team titles. And oh, Bill said this. I'm gonna listen to Bill so I can get on his good side. You're a pussy. You're pathetic. You've gone below what you used to be, Lions. You used to be amazing. You used to not be the person you are today. You have become a low-life scumbag. That's what I think. You're a scumbag. And then you're using the whole, if we win the tag team titles, I get my shit back.
Yeah. Freedom.
How sad are you? Wow, freedom, lovely. How many times are you gonna use that?
This is the last time. The absolute last time. This is what I want. I want the Warbeards. And tonight, I don't want that side of you, Devlin. I want you to bring your A game. I want you to fight like your life depends on it. Because you might not even get the shot.
Guess what? No, you do not tell me to bring my A game. You know how many fucking tag team partners I have teamed up and got so fucking close to the tag team titles. But what happens? My teammates either screw me over or don't do jack shit and stay on their little line and just let it all end. So if anyone needs to bring their fucking A game, you're the one. It's like that match with APH. What did APH? He just stood on the ropes and let me get pinned. You do that shit, like all my other fucking tag partners, then yeah, there are no belts for you. Yeah, it means I get to keep my name, or you're gonna fucking fire me. One of the fucking two. But, you know, I'm sick of tag teams. So, you know, if you really want these tag team champions, you bring your A game. You stop and you give me a bit of money for me as well. Make me a bit happy. Maybe then we can work together a bit better. And tonight, you know, you were asking Bill about the whole chokefull. Bill, you've beaten me plenty of times, but no offense, mate. I tapped out because I didn't want Lions to earn money tonight. He lost his match tonight. I was like, oh shit, he's not going to get money from his match. Guess what? If I tap out, he's not going to get money from me. But,
you bastard. I knew it.
Look, and the funny thing is, Bill, you've beaten me. Windsor, you've beaten me. I've come so close all the time to getting the tag team champions, fighting you guys, but there's always a wall. Always a teammate who lets me down. And Lance is right. I've known Lance for a very fucking long time. And if there's anyone I can actually fucking trust, it's surprisingly fucking Lions, of all fucking people. And I do think we could get them tag team titles from you. At last, for once, maybe. I stopped you from getting your world championship, remember that? Yeah, you eventually earned it. But I stopped you, and I stopped your tag partner as well, and he still hasn't won it. And God knows when he is. And you say you want to go for the world title again when you had a fucking rematch, Qualls? Nah, you were just scared. You just didn't want to fight Tone again. You bring up the whole, you want to prove a point. Carter never did that stuff. Nah, you just knew you would lose again. That's why you didn't cash it in. And you're never going to get to that world title again. And if you do, you're just going to lose. You're a great tag team. You always win tag teams. You're not so great at single titles.
Guys, and what? Talking about winning world titles.
Hey, he's fired up. I can't blame him. We'll just table this for next week. How's that?
That's possible.
We've done a lot so far. I want to talk to the man who's angry as hell right now. Ryan Swift, care to respond? I mean, we heard from your mouth 3 stages of steel. Anything else you want to add after tonight's situation of the van being blown to smithereens?
I mean, it's not a lot I could say about this. It's a lot of thoughts going in my mind, and of course, when I went out there to make the claim for 3 stages of steel, I was really angry. I mean, still now, I'm fucking pissed! I'm so pissed, and I'm feeling so many emotions. It's like I have 50 personalities going on right now. You don't understand. And do you know what? The more I hear everybody talk about this situation, talk about me, I still don't understand. I work my ass off for this company. I try so damn hard, and we still got people running around here saying I'm selfish. After every single thing I do for this company, I am the fucking workhorse of this company. I fucking do everything for this company, and there's still pieces of shit running around here saying I did nothing when I gave them opportunities. Everybody should be thankful for me, but I don't get that. I work so hard, I am absolutely fair, and yes, I've made mistakes, but no matter what the hell I do here, I don't get a simple thank you. I don't get a thank you from anybody. Instead, we got a bunch of idiots running around here thinking it's funny about this fucking shitty situation that happened tonight. They think it's funny to talk to the man that devoted his life to this. And to a lot of people, that van was just a fucking joke. It was a joke. It's funny, it's dirty, it's filthy, it's stupid, it's creepy, it's dumb. A lot of people can have their opinions. But to me, that was the final straw. You don't understand the torture I've been through, and to have everybody that I worked so hard to be behind kind of just start to turn on you. Why? Because they think they're right, because they think Crude's right in every situation. It doesn't make sense. It is a slap in my face, and that is why I knew I had to make the match happen. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of the disrespect. I am sick of all these people turning on me when I'm just doing what is right. I'm sick of the torture. But somehow I'm the wrong one in this situation. Crew just blew up the family van. That was the family van. It's not any old crusty little van. It's the van that was in my family for generations. I was living there for a long ass fucking time. It was my life. I worked out. I planned. I booked. I did every single thing in there. To be quite frankly honest with you, I don't know why I do this shit anymore, because it seems like everybody is a fucking against me, no matter what the fuck I do. And to be honest with you, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of...
Swift. Thank you. Thank you, Ryan Swift.
What are you talking
Thank you for making it 3 stages of hell. 3 stages of hell? 3 stages of
You fucking
steel.
idiot.
Sorry. Thank you for putting your heart and soul into wrestling. Thank you for putting your heart and soul into COH. Because at Wrestle Kingdom, Swift, I'm gonna eat your fucking heart. I'm gonna eat your fucking soul. Free Stage of Steel, I'm not letting you get a fucking point in.
That's the spirit.
There you go. You heard it. Good fight.